Good morning. Today is Friday, April 28th. Birthday's out of the way for April now. I have a bunch coming up in May. I have Sebastian's. I have my daughter-in-law Shannon's. I have Alyssa's. And I have Birdie's. So I have lots of birthdays coming up in May. I didn't show you my dinner last night. It was so hectic. I don't know what it was, but I did have, I'm going to put it in my book, because I didn't choose wisely. I know that, because I had probably, I don't know. I said on my video yesterday half a cup, but I bet you it was more like a cup of potato salad. So when I track it in my book, because I forgot to put it in last night, but I'm going to put it in my book. I'm going to put it in as a cup. But I know I didn't have that many baked beans, because my baked beans are very sweet. They're very, very sweet. They're calorie laden, let me tell you. I take 3 15-ounce cans of beans, and I take a small, like the smallest ketchup bottle, and I put the whole ketchup in, and then I probably put, like I told you, I don't measure. I chop up an onion, and then I put molasses, and then I put some brown sugar in it, and then I stir it all up and make it all like a thing, and then I put it in a baking dish, and I put some strips of bacon on the top, and then I bake it at 350 for about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how my oven works. My oven doesn't always stay at the same temperature. So it's a very sweet bean. It's a very good bean, but it's a little too sweet. So I'm going to have to do the recipe builder for that one, and I'm going to have to figure out how much molasses, and I know I don't use a lot of, well, I probably use probably half a cup of brown sugar, if I'm going to be honest with myself. I'll have to look at it. And I have some left in the thing. I know exactly how much I use, and so I'll just put it in a measuring cup, and I'll figure that out, and I'll do the molasses, and I'll do the recipe builder, and I'll let you know, because I think those beans are going to be laden with points. Really a lot. But I had like a half a cup of the beans, and then I had a deviled egg, a whole egg, like 2 halves. So I consider that a deviled egg. And iced tea, although I wanted pop. I had pop, but I had iced tea. And then my birds are saying, "There's no food in the feeder. Feed us, feed us." So they're spreading the word all around the trees. There's no food here. Don't bother stopping. She hasn't got any yet. And then I had the cake for dessert. I know I shouldn't have bought the turtle cake, and as we were driving, I thought, if there's no turtle cake, it's destined to be that I'm not supposed to have one. And then when I walked in there, they only had 1 turtle cake, and in my mind, I was destined to have it. So if it wasn't going to be there, and I wasn't destined to have it, in my mind, it was like it was there. I was destined to have it. But I had a slice of cake. It wasn't a chunk like I usually have. It was a slice of cake. But then Jimmy didn't like the frosting, so I ate his frosting, which is really where all the calories are. I know that. Denise likes to say I had 2 pieces of cake. I did not have 2 pieces of cake. I had a slice of cake, and I had a slice of frosting. But I'm really bummed, though, because I had a moment with my children. We were laughing so hard, and I had all 3 of them in, and it was the greatest video ever. It was like a keeper that I thought, I was so happy because my kids would have something to look back on in life. There's not too many movies of me with my family, of me when I was younger, or with my mother. My mother was always the one taking the film, and back then they didn't have like selfie things. It was just like they filmed it. So I don't have very many films of, I don't think I have any really, of me and my mother. But anyway, it was just such a precious moment, and I was even thinking it was so precious, I don't know that I really was going to share it with you, because it really was a precious moment, I thought. But then I thought, no, I share everything with you. I'm going to share this with you. I forgot to hit the start button. I didn't capture the moment. Christy was bummed. She says, I wasn't even in your video yesterday. And I says, I know, I was so bummed. It was such a happy memory. It was such a precious moment. So now I have to wait a little while and try to recapture it. Although you never can recapture it. It'll always be in their memory. But anyway. So anyway, it's a little chilly. It's sunny. It's 53 degrees, but it's a chilly 53. But it's supposed to go up to 67. So I was watching Valerie Reese with her garden. I'm so looking forward to doing that. I've cleared out like the dead stuff and the leaves and the stuff that accumulates over the winter. But in Michigan, the frost stays till almost Memorial Day. I'll probably go like Mother's Day weekend and get my flowers. My kids for Mother's Day always give me money towards my flowers, and I'll probably wait till Memorial Weekend to put the plants in. And then we're gonna open our pool, and summer will be here, and it'll be all fun and games. Okay, let's go for our walk. Okay, I'm back from my walk. I'm on my front swing. I have a swing in the backyard. Well, I have a rocking chair in the backyard, and then I have like a swing in the front yard. So I walked 2.1 miles. It took me a little longer today. My allergies kind of were kicking in, and I was kind of wheezing a little bit. So I kind of walked at a slower pace. And there was lots of walkers out, which was nice. There was a mother with her baby, and there was a couple people with their dogs. And there's a new neighbor moving in, and I stopped to say hello. They always look at me like I'm a stalker. But that's who I am. I can't help it. Stalking Sandy. So I really have no plans for today. I have to do my May budget and probably do a load of laundry. I always have laundry. And catch up on some of my videos, my YouTube videos. I'm way behind in watching them. I'm responding. And that's about it. Bring David to work. Jim's working days today, which is kind of odd. He usually works afternoons. So we're just going to have leftovers for dinner. I don't know what I'm going to have. I'm sure he'll have leftovers because we had some stuff left. See my bird feeder? It's empty. Those birds go through food crazy. I mean, it's like I fill that every other day, it seems like. And this, when I buy the little packets of suet, they're usually gone within 4 or 5 days. So, and those are a little more difficult to eat because they're pretty solid. If the big birds eat all the food. That's the thing. But I've had some pretty birds. I've had a red-winged blackbird, and I've had some cardinals, and I've had some sparrows, and I've had some wrens. I've had those blackbirds that drive everybody crazy. I've been very fortunate so far that I haven't had any bluebirds because I find out that they attack. They're like swans. And of course I had robins. No hummingbirds. I have 2 hummingbird feeders too. And I don't know why. I guess I'm just not destined to have any hummingbirds, which just kind of bums me. So I'm kind of rambling on. Just so nice out here. It actually was nicer than I thought. It was a little breezy when I started, but it was nice. So sit here for a couple minutes, go in and have a couple glasses of water, think about breakfast, and on with my day. Okay, you've been in my closet before, but I just thought I'd show you. This is my shoe rack, obviously, but this is a shelving unit that I have in here that I have little collectibles, and every day when I come in here to get dressed, not every day, but just most days, I kind of look at these things and remember what friend gave it to me. Some I'm still friends with. I'm friends with everybody still. I haven't lost a friend, but I've lost friends to death. So some friends, I've lost a couple friends to death, and they've given me stuff, and I have memories of that when I look at it. And this is my favorite picture of my kids when they were little. Jimmy's the oldest, then Danny, then Christy. I was at our old house, and it just has a lot of memories for me to see it. Things that people have made and sent me. And little Happy Meal toys that friends and grandchildren have given me. And it's kind of got a glare on it. I'm trying to see if I can get it without a glare. Look at David, how young he was. But I just thought I'd share. I love Happy Meal little items. I always keep them in. And when we went to Minnesota last year, Jim bought me the Life is Like a Chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. So, I know, a little different, but thought I'd share. Okay, I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts because I was long-winded for my closing. I had a very boring day, but you know what? In the end, I burst into life. But on my phone, when I try to upload a video, I'm only allowed 15 minutes. And anybody that's out there that knows anything about YouTube's, Not that I want to go longer, but it was, if I just go like a minute over, well, not even a minute, if I go 10 seconds over, it won't let me put it on there. Is there something that I have to do to increase my time, or am I just stuck with just the 15 minutes? I bet you kind of glad that it's 15 minutes because I can only talk for so long then. But anyway, this is the end of part one. Stay tuned for part two. A cliffhanger.